Okay. I think I did the morning things already. So I think we're just ready to start calling people in. Can't say too much, for it has fallen to me to carry a secret that would kill me, that people have killed for. It's a lot of weight to carry around in my head, and it's getting harder to beat around certain family members, or bear around. It occurred to me that you'd be safer in an ecumenial. Shadow Anchor. Shadow Anchor is sometimes used in the practice of shadow casting. The term should have been Shadow Catcher, I think it was called. The art of projecting one's presence outside the body without an anchor, minds would have been known to become lost. Shadow anchor designs vary greatly. Some prefer pendants, whereas others prefer to clutch a totem in their hand. Okay, so it can be in any form. Some make use of symbology, where others use gemstones. Okay, they'll always produce a field from the individual branch, however. Okay, that's not very descriptive. That doesn't really narrow down what it is. Yeah. Grace. They shared the design of a shadow catcher. Okay, that is much more helpful. Your design called a shadow catcher. Oh, that's the name of the thing? It's called shadow catcher? Shadow anchor. I'm using practice of shadow casting. Oh, this is different. Okay, then maybe not. Yeah. So it's something, it's going to have symbols or gems. It's going to be small. And it produces fields from either Mentic or Wixic. I don't think that's like enough for me to like determine what it is. I don't know. I could put everything here on it, but more one things don't have that field. It's a 1 in 3. People are getting restless. The followers of Holgar have been marching through the streets with that crazed priest at their head. Not long ago, that sort of behavior wouldn't have been tolerated in Undermere. Now, there are people joining in. That's my fault. In answer to your question, yes, it is possible to capture a wandering shroud. To the north of town, if you follow the little stream up through the woods, you'll come to a hilltop that was clearly of some ancient significance. It is not uncommon to see wandering shrouds there. Be patient, be still, and they will come. Okay. So to the north of town, if you follow the little stream through the woods to this thing, come into a hilltop, the Barrows. Okay, yeah, sure, we'll go to the Barrows. After a pleasant walk back along the beck, I reach a series of grassy mounds, the Barrows. Whoever is buried in them must have been important in their time. If I'm to collect what I've come for, I will need to be prepared. What do they say? I mean, is it not just use the spirit vault? I mean, surely just use the spirit vault. I sit and wait quietly and patiently, not certain exactly what I'm looking for. For some time, nothing happens. And then, long after my mind has drifted towards a warm fire and a hearty supper, I notice a movement in the corner of my eye. A strange thin mist has formed near one of the barrows. It seems to produce a sort of dark light, a contradiction that my eyes have trouble perceiving clearly. To the ethereal creature, for surely this is a creature of some kind, ambles towards the vault that I have left out for this purpose, and I daren't breathe as it slowly nestles itself within the receptacle. So now it should be like, yeah, there's like vapors now. Nothing there. It vibrates gently, yeah, okay, cool. So now, go to this room. I breathe deeply from the spirit vault and it clears my mind. I don't care to linger too long down here, but I forge on until I reach the unmistakable Hall of Shields. A stone sarcophagus sits on the raised portion of the rock in the center of the cavern. I hold a torch close to better see the inscription on the side of the tomb. It reads, "The sun's light will reveal my gift." Mystified, I cast my eye up to the walls of the cavern and search the shields for some other clue, but nothing stands out. That just sun bond? It could just be a candle. Or sun bond. I hope it's just a candle. Sun bond. Designed carry discreetly, made of non-precious stone. Okay, it carries the warmth and light of the sun. Pierce the darkest gloom. I assume it's. Wait, where did I just put it? Oh, it's right here. The sun bond banishes the darkness in an instant, half blinding my gloom-adjusted eyes and bringing summer's warmth to the cold cavern. Blinking and squinting, I notice that one of the shields in particular is glowing in the bright light. I reach up and pull the shield down to reveal a small cavity hewn into the rock behind it. Inside is a blood-red urn. Oh. Do I know what this is? Red clay, green gemstone. I find it unsettling. The eyes seem to pierce my soul. I know what those are. I know what this is. Don't know what this is. Don't think it's that. You know what this is? Rolled around the tongue and create. No, this is way too tiny. And I think I identified that already. Saffron. I have no idea what this is. Didn't say what it is, it just said it was an item. An ancestor of mine held an item of thaumic significance. Who sent this? None of the people I have logs of. Someone whose last name is M, maybe? No, I don't have any named people. Morgan's Folly? No, I know what that item is. I don't know what this item is. I'm gonna hold on to this letter because I don't know if this is gonna be a hint because they're an ancestor. Is MBM this guy? Leeson Castle? I mean, it's got this crest. So maybe that's related? Wait, hold on. Not like this person's. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I don't need that anymore. Okay. I got to thinking after I left earlier. Transferring the secret to an ecumenial only adds an extra step. Yes, it's safer than walking around in my head, but I would know where to find it. What I need is a truth conduit so I can deceive them into thinking I know nothing at all. Okay, so we end up using this thing anyways. Wait, what the hell's a truth conduit? Forgot what it looked like. This Abrasive method. This type of method is used to purge unwanted memories. As with any procedure that can alter the mind, it should be used sparingly and considerately. It is typically used in communal ceremonies designed to easily pass from person to person. I mean, this is just the last one, I guess. There's no description of it. I mean, it seems to be related to the mind, but... I never felt more tired or more devoid of life. An apathy has started in my bones that I do not seem to be able to shift. But while I have breath in my lungs, I will not succumb without a fight. By the great grace of Gray, I will find a way forward. Something that gives you... what, maybe like... the vigor thing? For fortification? Is it a curse? And it could be Morgan's insanity, but I don't think so. I don't have anything that like relates to that. No. A noticeably stronger thalamic field than the other two types. What does that mean? Most things only produce one? Maybe I misinterpreted this. What is Grace of Gray again? Oh, it spells melancholy. Sure. Yeah, sure, let's give her that. whatever. That seems to make her happy. I've had a tip off about something exciting. Have you come across the so-called nameless god? Did you also know that the tall stones that you sometimes find in high places were once doorways of some kind? Here's the exciting part. An inscription has appeared on the stone that sits atop Weatherland. This is where you come in. I'm confident that a pit will open the doorway. The other option is the Babalia to read the inscription. But they say if you read the language of the nameless god, you become cursed, which I can't say I like the sound of. Lean more towards a direct approach, but then again, that could be dangerous too. Interesting. You can crack solid rock. So if he wants to just shatter the rocks. Nameless god. That term came. That crazy cultist person is the person who talks to the nameless god, right? Vizian Talon. Oh, it's part of this. Communing with them via the broken path. Okay. I mean, you're just gonna shatter the rock, hoping that that will do something. Does Babalia, would that count as reading the language? Yeah, it just says it aids in translation. Yeah, these are like next to each other. I think both these options are a bad idea, to be completely honest. Not knowing what will happen when you break the stones could cause bad things to happen, but it also might just cut off the gateway so that they can't use it anymore, which would probably be a good thing. On the flip side, they do mention the broken path, so there's a non-zero chance that that is the broken path. But Balia will probably tell us what we need to know, but he'll probably die. Let's stick with the pit. I don't know. Thank you. I hope this works. Here's a token of my appreciation, something for you to ponder over. Okay. Crumbly. Sandstone. And has the symbols for fire. And wax. Nothing for wax. Loam. Don't know. With dreams of earning his fortune long banished from his mind, the man brought the casket to a trusted friend, a curator of a museum in Undermere. Together they looked for answers. So you can go through that backwards or forward. You know that. I'm buried with the Knight of Thorns. I'm not sure if I know what that is. The Knight of Thorns. Interesting. I'm kind of worried about going to that location. It's probably in here somewhere. Oh, shimmer. A long series of objects are designed. Yeah. 1356. Oh, I dug this one before, and I got punished because I guess I saw that hint saying that guy was buried there, and so I went to check out if there was a shimmer in that location, and I got punished because I guess that was for later. That kind of sucks. Tomb of the Knight of Thorns resides alongside the ossuary filled with an unknown dead from the Battle of Sutherfell. It is an unpleasant place that I do not plan to linger in. Happily, I am able to find the item I came for without any difficulty, and I quickly leave and don't have to look back until I'm out in the bright of day once more. Okay, I think this has like the 4 elements. Stone, gold, pitted, smooth. A feeling of disquiet glances through my body. Curious. I've noticed that some people claim not to fear death. They say that dying scares them, but not death itself. Not me. Not the great Thomas Pope. Give me pain, give me fear. If I can feel, then I know I'm alive. Going back to the nothingness, that is what I fear. I'm going to do my best to live forever, starting today with a loam. Okay. Great. I'm turning this guy into a fucking lich. I kind of feel like it's just this. What's the metal of Jupiter? That's probably what I should look up. Tin. What metal are you? You're stone? There's something... This. You are tin. Tin hand. Oh, and triangle is a symbol of fire. Oh, sure. Sander. The eyes of Cassander focus the power of the mind, enabling those skilled enough to see the path, or paths ahead. These items do not produce a menthic field, as one might expect, but rather the more mysterious Selenic. Care should always be taken with any object of prophecy, and these are no different. Many have been seduced or driven mad by the paths shown to them that have led them to ruin. produces a selenic field. That's not selenic. That's mentic, right? It says they expect to produce mentic. So if it's like, it could be blue, like this, but that's also not selenic. This is blue. That's diarnic. Okay. Also be dark green with straw added. Could be this. It's like moonstones, but it adds like green. It has eyes in quotes. Not this. Not this. So this has like 3 holes. Could be this. This has like closed eyes. This is probably my best guess. Wait, I forgot what it was called. Cassander? What's it called? Something. Cassander, yeah. Oh, I still spelled it wrong. Went with Mr. Potter up Weatherlam yesterday. Found the tallest stone, easy enough to set about our work. Mr. Potter, he told me to stand back, and when we were ready, just in case. Thought it had worked at first. The stone opened, just like a door, just like Mr. Potter said it would, and he went inside. But then it slammed shut, and there was a noise like thunder. I ran up, but there was no sign of Mr. Potter, and the tall stone was a stone again. There weren't even a crack to show where the door might be. The writing on it is gone too. I don't know what that means. Now Mr. Potter was a fair man, and he paid me fair for the work, What I really want was a thing that he wouldn't give me. Pathfinder's tool. And he had one on him, of course. Not that I'd rob him if he'd let it behind. But then again, he wouldn't need it if he was dead and all, would he? Anyways, I don't know its name, but I reckon you know it. It had unnatural properties, like floating in the air. Said he would use it to find its way, even in the fog. I mean, technically, we already gave it to him. Why would we have this item still? Okay, so is he dead? I guess he died. That's unfortunate. Guess we should have cursed him. There's been an unexpected death in the family. It has hit us all quite hard, but particularly my husband. I would like a gift to him, a heart chamber. Should not have come here. That's allegedly where the heart chamber was. That's what the message was, right? When he slew it, he trapped its soul along with its power in an item known as a wraith chamber. Heart chambers are said to have a mythical object, have been based on this mythical object, but they have morphed over time in a way to keep those dear to us close to heart even after death. I mean, it's going to be one of these items, right? And they said close to heart, so it's going to be one of these three items, right? This is the tooth. Or claw? What the hell it's called? I don't know what this item is, but surely it's this. Blessing. Is this? Has like an omega sign, which is a symbol for death, I think. I definitely don't have anything like that. Just from the picture, it's just gotta be this. Yeah. Wait, that's that. The clue I use isn't even here. These are terrible. I would never use these. Whatever, it's fine. Anyways, a powerful item that offers hope in times of worry, protection in times of darkness, wisdom in times of uncertainty. It wields the power of the maiden, the mother, and the crone, the Wiccan triple goddess. Okay, triple goddess symbol. Offer hope. And the word protection in times of darkness and wisdom in times of uncertainty. What is... Getting pretty dense over there. I really should use this side and split things in half. It's gonna be this. Protection. Hope, protection from darkness, wisdom. I mean, this is 100% it, right? Just from the picture. Frigate Charm. You ever work out what that Bishop Squarey thingy was? Suddenly remembered this note that I found some time ago, and it occurred to me that it might be related. And I almost threw it away, but it intrigued me, so I held onto it. I haven't a clue what it means. Blessing in spring, rising in autumn. Okay. Blessing. Trouble goddess's blessing, right? No, that's blessing. No, spring's a leaf. Blessing in spring, rising in autumn. Symbols on the map lead me up a winding stairs of the North Tower. The pendant has been carefully hidden, but knowing where to look means that it does not take me long, and I am soon on my way back to the shop with a new trinket to add to my growing collection. Eh? Bronze, oak. What symbol is this? That might also be sideways, potentially. It's like the opposite of paralysis of some form. Yeah, my guess is that it is some sort of anti-paralysis related thing. Paralysis is not a word. Not a curse. The paralysis isn't like a word. That kind of sucks. Because do we even know? Here, Tormund's Bane can be rolled along the tongue to cure Thormund's paralysis. Oh, so paralysis was just, oh my god, really? Or warn about the neck prevent cures. Emit diurnic. Okay, that can be confirmed pretty easily. That's correct. Okay. What's the name of the item? Thormund's Bane. Something isn't right at the museum. I'm worried it's all my fault. I'd hope my brother would be back by now. I've had an idea though. I'm no thaumaturge, but I think I can weaken it using a witherance. Oh dear me, is it better work? Folium. A blade is drawn across the face of a folium 6 times during the ritual of the Hand of Prior. Dreyer huntsmen and those wanting to prove themselves perform this ritual before seeking out the basilisk, as a folium blade is the only known way to pierce this thick armor. That's gotta be this. Alright, fuck it. Getting ridiculous. That's not what I meant to grab. There's no particular like rhyme or reason here. I'm just grabbing a bunch of stuff and trying to split these up a bit better. What was the thing I just got? The notes? Folium. Yeah, the Hand of Prior. And it's like cold, which is like the counter of flame, which is the basilisk is supposed to be like flame. My mind is severed. Need Mether. This must be Morgan's insanity, right? I mean, that's not what they're asking for, though. Wixit cord. Despite the name, these simple-looking items do not produce a Wixit field. They belong to the diurnal branch. They cause a freezing effect in the body, earning them the nickname Medusa Stone. Fortunately, this effect is not permanent. So, cold and diurnal and a cord. Do I have anything like that? Paralysis could be freezing. That's not diurnal though. I don't believe I have this. This is diurnal, but it's not what I would describe as a cold or a cord. I just don't think I have it. I discovered something via the thalamic needle. The woman who tried to swim across the lake was compelled to do so by some invisible force. She was looking for something, and whatever it is, it's right here in Undermere. That's not all. I decided to experiment with the Umbra. When I was under its spell, I heard whispers. Something was calling to me, and it left me feeling terribly afraid. This must be what's keeping my patients in their trance-like state. I never used the Gaudian siren before, but it occurred to me that I might be able to use it to drown out the whispers. What does this thing do again? Carix and candle. These items produce an invisible light that peels back the years, allowing a glimpse into the past. The effect is often murky and blurred, but it works passably on stationary objects. They are marked by a depiction of a candle on their surface. What? Do I have anything like that? Think so? I doubt I have this item. The curator learned that Nelian Casket was a dark article, a class reserved for the most cursed and most dangerous of objects. He locked it away deep within the museum's archives, along with the other such artifacts that are best kept from the public eyes. I'm under the barn where the axe meets the tree. barn. Well, it's probably a farm, right? So there's a Royster farm, which is 30, and there's a Greywick farm, which is a 1. Axe meets the tree. The barn. Is there anything here that is just barn? The axe meets the tree. Trying to see, is like make a shape of an axe or something. Hmm. Okay, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just more literal, like a lumberyard. You're a lumberyard. It's a quarry, not a lumberyard. I don't want to be any axes or trees down here. The barn where the axe meets the tree. Wait, maybe that's the name of roads. Woodcutter Lane. Pine Road. So it could be here. Oak Street. Yeah, it's gotta be this intersection. I guess this is probably the barn. To the side of a house sits a dilapidated barn. The stench of manure is overpowering. There's no sign of an owner, so I search carefully. Not sure exactly what I'm looking for. Suddenly I spy a flash of blue, a bottle. This is it. Oh, that's weird. Scent of that of a brewing storm. Okay. So this must be Zephyrim. It's a resonant object. It also mentions the power of the wind. Yep, it's resonant. Apparently there's another one of these things. I had to think earlier about like weighing things in a specific order. But now I have 4 things. Good morning. Yes, and to you, Jupiter. I'm getting more concerned about my mother. Hearing about that poor lady who drowned frightened me. But she'll turn up. She always does. I've had another breakthrough. This time I'm certain it's a clue that leads to another hidden part of Strange Antiquities. Okay. From the individual, a stone for dark purposes. From the celestial, a stone of the earth. From the diurner, a stone of death. Okay. This is gonna be a little tricky. Stone of death. This thing maybe? Okay. That's the last one. Stone of earth. Green. Or black. Oh, that's... yeah, green. Okay, no, that's fury. Okay, so green. We're looking for a green stone. That is not sure that's correct, but sure. A stone for dark purposes. I mean, this thing? That works. Oh. That put everything back. Wait, everything's in different locations now. That's annoying. That's fine. Dark green, striated. Vibrates with energy. What's this stone mean again? Stone of sight. Unsure. Thank you for the method. I've seen into the yawning deep. I have seen beauty beyond the comprehending mind. Price is steep, but I pay it gladly. My shadow anchor, broken, must replace. Wait, I didn't identify a shadow anchor? No, I think I've done one of these before, right? No, I'm... Okay, designs vary greatly. Some prefer pendants, others preserve a totem. Some use symbology, some use gemstone. They always have a field from individual. It's Slenic. I don't remember. Knock. Diarnic. Knock. This one's Knock. Diarnic. Interesting. Diarnic. This is the same. Is this one? Maybe I sort these by their fields. These two are the same. This one's different. This one's Wixit. Hellenic. So Wixit. This is wavy. And the clover is Mentic. So this is Mentic. And this is Wixit. So it's gonna be one of these two items. Oh, I didn't grab this thing. Also dark. There's one of these two items. Right? This is mental. Okay. Okay. Could be. Some prefer pendants, some prefer totems, some use symbology, some use gemstones. This is more likely hand holdable. Okay, let's look at this one. Doesn't really have, well, it has circles with lines coming down. Yeah, what are these symbols? Bro. I guess if I want to look at these at the same time, the best way is actually to put it down here. I guess I haven't done this before, but this makes like a lot of sense. Okay, circle with lines. I don't know if that like exists. Yeah, it doesn't. It's kind of like blessing, but okay, so triangle's air. No, triangle's fire, sorry. Line is that. So fire. Ice. This is paralysis. Fire, ice, paralysis. Fire, ice, paralysis. Do I have anything that like matches that? Freezing effect on the body, earning them the nickname Medusa Stones. Could be a Wixit cord. Does this feel like anything? Oh, it's like burnt on the bottom. Like it was burned. Like a ritual. Okay, that's probably not this then. I don't think I know what this is. Okay, this has... Looks like blue gemstones. I thought blue gemstones were just the ocean. Anchor between body and mind. Oh, okay. Yeah. This is definitely dead. Alright. The kyanite gemstone. Yep. And then it produces a mantic field. Nephroguants. These are once worn by the necromancers of the Five Knolls, who used them in the rituals of resurrection. Their power became bound to them, such that if they were to remove them, even after death, the necroant would crumble to dust. Today, their power is much diminished, but they can still be used to draw out infections. However, they will cause Braxis if held against bare skin for long periods. This has got to be the hand, right? Wait, they didn't mark Shadow Anchor? What? It just like didn't update? Yeah, I guess it just didn't update. Scarring caused by Braxis. This has gotta be it, right? You have shown yourself to be a useful ally in these worrisome times. Keep one eye on the lake in the coming days. When the blackened eyes seek the casket and water turns to midnight, perform the sacrament and have faith in Holgar. Okay, well, I guess I chose wrong earlier. Why can I seek the casket? Waters turn to midnight, perform the sacrament and have faith. I don't really want to do this though. But that kind of implies that I'm on a path of like bad end essentially, where I failed both paths. Red Knight. Blue Fire. What the hell is Red Knight? I know what the other 3 items are. Red Knight. I've definitely heard that term before, but I don't remember where. It works passively on stationary objects. I don't know what that's referring to. There's a lot to go through. I don't know if I feel like flipping through those pages right now. Afraid this letter was sorted incorrectly and ended up doing a round trip to Kendall and back. Better late than never. I have spent a long time looking for an object that is believed to have been lost somewhere in the catacombs. Adventurer and thaumaturge Marwyn left a trail to her hidden stash, or so the story goes. I followed as far as the ossuary of the damned, a chilling bone-filled cavern carved into a natural chamber in the upper levels. But it seems her markings have been worn away by time after that. I pass on the story to you in hope that you can succeed where I have failed. Well, this is what they're talking about, right? Why do I still have it? I'm pretty sure I don't need this anymore. Let's see what they say. I'll follow Morven's trail for a while, but the carved markings faded and worn away by centuries of weathering. By the time I reached the ossuary, I could no longer make them out. Fortunately, I've always wanted an excuse for a Korg's candle. Okay. That's what I thought I might use, but I don't know what that would be. This is a picture of a candle on it. I'm not sure I have this item. I kind of still feel like, well, this one has like paralysis and freeze and shit. This is a wax, right? This is... What's an up arrow mean? Up arrow is fire. Maybe this is fire waxing that this is a candle? Okay. Stalagmites retreat under the light of the candle as I hold it aloft and search for shifting rock walls for any sign of Marwin's trail. Suddenly I see it. An M etched into the rock, as clear as if been carved yesterday. I follow the wall in an exciting hurry, tripping and stumbling as the candle distorts the height of the floor, until I come to its end, at a small boulder. Rolling the rock to one side, I reach behind it and reclaim Marwin's lost treasure. Okay. Tin. Cool. Gives me goosebumps. This is Wixit. They do not produce a Wixit field. Don't think I had the page for this. Connected to the ocean. I don't know what metals are associated with ocean. Well, she got fucked. The time has come to decide, thaumaturge. The casket wants to be opened. The casket will be opened. Nothing can stop it now, and yet there is still a part of this mind that will not be quieted. Help me calm this clamorous rage inside my head. This is your chance to elevate yourself above the scurrying ants that absently crawl through their meaningless lives. How what she was going to do? Zephyrum. Abrasive Mether. How does Zephyrum... What? What does Zephyrum have to do with this? Unlock deep wells of anger or channel them into a powerful maelstrom. Or abrasive Mether. Purge unwanted memories. I see. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna give the Zephyr, I guess. Fuck things up. Grist. The ritual of the broken path, a grist is heated slowly over the flame. So this is the item. To have full effect, it must be held in an ungloved hand until the ritual is complete, no matter how hot it gets. The ritual should not be performed by those who have not studied the Wixic arts. It's common to suffer burns, but done correctly, it should not be painful. What's the name of that item? Grist. Unfortunately, the auto labeling thing deletes any existing labels. The problem with storing powerful dark artifacts is that slowly, inevitably, the darkness seeps out. Okay. Is this like a coastline or something? Doubt there's anything on here. Could be a path through here. It could be right here. Hailing deeply from the spirit vault to stave off the madness of the depths, I make my way carefully down crumbling passageways past decaying crypts. Placed carelessly on top of the tomb is a collection of clay pots. Some lie in pieces, but most are whole. At first, the collection seems unremarkable, but one in particular stands out, and I take it back to the surface to take a look. A clay pot. With earth and Dradic. These are Dradic, right? Yeah. I know what that pot is. I know what all those are. I know what those are. Don't know what Shin is. It's none of those. Someone very dear to me has fallen ill. I would like a Nephroquant. Not be concerned, dear. I have used one before. I know what I'm doing. Dread Vivint. A Dread Vivint is the only way to handle some of the more dangerous artifacts. It can siphon power away from oneself for a time. The power rising up off a Dread Vivint is subtle but noticeably invigorating. These objects represent balance of life and death, good and evil, hope and despair. What am I hearing? Oh, it's a different song. Noticeably invigorating. Might be this. Because this is supposed to be like a balance or whatever. Life and death, good and evil, hope and despair. The thing is, I don't see like life and death on here. It could also be this. A low hum is coming from from it. Feels energetic. Okay, it's gotta be this then. This is the Dread Vivint. I don't quite know what to do with that, but please do pay us a visit. We have some items that we're confident will be of interest to you. Franklin Underhill. The Twinnings, artisan of wood, iron, and clay. Market Avenue, Undermere. We're seeing Market Avenue at some point. Market Avenue. The man who dropped off his card introduced himself as the owner of the Twinnings, an unusual sprawling series of grotto-like rooms filled with a handcrafted carpentry, ironmongery, and pottery. Is that a real word? I assume so. He leads me past wooden chairs and strange iron contraptions to a room unlike the others. This one is filled with small trinkets, ornaments, and jars of various sizes, containing ominous-looking liquids and organic materials. I know it might not look like much, but there are some items of value among the junk here, he says the man. Take your time and let me know if you find anything interesting. 2 hours later, I am indeed under something very interesting that I'm keen to take back to the shop for further investigation. Whoa. Oh, maybe this is it. No, this is like death and power or whatever the heck this is. I'm leaving the Twinnings with my usual howl when a man shouts me from across the street. As I look around annoyed, I notice to my horror the man's eyes are as black as coal. He rushes towards me as I stumble backwards, fumbling with a strap of my satchel as I try to grab an item to stop him. Oh, give me a second in this moment of urgency. It's like this is power and death. Wood painted green. Low chanting. Causes me to reflect on my mortality. Is it just this? They do not produce a Wixic field. Cause a freezing effect on the body, earning the name Medusa Stones. Okay. So it's one of these items. Causes a freezing effect. So it's probably this, because it's got paralysis. Yeah, paralysis and diurnal. To my relief, the man goes rigid almost immediately and topples forward onto the cobblestones. I turn to run, wanting to put as much distance as possible between myself and that creature. When I finally come to my senses, I realize that I should alert Dr. Robertson. By the time I return to the Twinnings, the man is nowhere to be seen. Crazy. Something bad is about to happen. The ravens know it. My grandfather once taught me how to use a Cassandra to see the paths ahead, but I saw what it did to him and vowed never to touch one again after he died. But the gnawing worry of what is coming has become too much for me. So I believe it's this thing, but I probably have something better now. I think I'm mostly just going off the fact that it had eyes. Produces selenic, and it has eyes. I mean, it could be either of these, right? Vibrates with energy. It's still probably this. Feeling of disquiet. What does that mean? Feeling of disquiet. I mean, I still think it's this. I don't know. Oh, it's not. It is not this item. Well, I mean, it has to be this then, right? I mean, this stone is like a stone of vision, right? So, yeah, I guess. It's just, I don't know, I expected like more evenly sized gems. Stones of sight, yeah. I don't know. I think both of those were kind of reasonable guesses, but whatever, it's fine. A weaving edge is used to enter the red night. A bloodthirsty state of mind. Tradition dictates that the handle should be made from the wood of the great oak. Well, this is the red night thing. Great oaks are believed to have been planted by Scythia herself. Handle made from wood. I don't have anything like that. Yeah, I don't have this item. There's always seems to be something going on in Undermere. The sooner I can get this sorted and be on my way, the better. My uncle gave me a ring, and I have nothing but bad fortune ever since. I'm starting to think it might be cursed. Is there any way to uncurse it? Bad fortune from a ring? Maybe poison the mind? Are his eyes tinted blue? I think that's probably what's going on here. Walking hallucinations, the sapphire curse. I don't have anything about the sapphire curse. Try that, I guess. No, that's specific curse. Yeah, let's try the Cossack Purifier. If you're trying to uncurse the ring. Yeah, a lot of new people today. I'm researching ancient customs, particularly those relating to thaumaturgy, and I am fascinated by the use of objects in ritual ceremonies. Oh, you're just curiosity, of course. If you're able to get your hands on a gris, I'd be very interested in studying it further. Gris. A lunima, also called a moon pool or heart of tranquility, harnesses the power of the elements to create an aura of unease. They can be used to keep people away from places that they are not welcome. There's a superstition among the thaumaturges that say that a lumina should not be used when the moon is full. It's not known where this idea comes from. What was the name of the thing? Lumina. A moon pool or heart of tranquility. Power to elements to create unease. Disquiet lances. Okay, goosebumps. Being watched. I think many things change. I guess it's just this, right? I don't know what's up with the full moon thing. It doesn't seem to be affected. Feeling quiet of disquiet lances through my body. I said this to new moon. Yeah, it doesn't change, but it has the elements. It is Selenic, so I guess I don't know what's up with this moon thing's about, but everything else matches, so I'm not gonna worry about it. There has been a basilisk sighting in the hills across the river in Backbarrow. I wouldn't say I'm a brave man, but I have a duty to protect my livestock of my village. Oh, and my village. Better me than a younger man with his life ahead of him. I've come to prepare my sword. You didn't mention the fact that it's called like the hand ritual or anything like that. They've escaped. At first, my patients grew agitated when I used the Gaudian siren, but then I had a breakthrough. Vivian Cartwright woke up. She seems lucid, calm even. I made a stupid mistake and loosened her restraints. I don't know what happened, whether the siren stopped working or perhaps it had never worked and she tricked me. But almost immediately, she changed back and turned violent. Before I knew it, she had managed to free the others. I tried to stop them, but they fought their way out and of the hospital. I have no idea where they've gone. Yeah, cool. Thanks for the update. Good news, everyone. The zombies are loose. Almost imperceptibly, the casket began to absorb their crepuscular power that leached into the stone and the earth of its lightless tomb. Okay, sure. We've had that time. Half moon. This one. The air is stifling in the darkness, and the claustrophobia of the tunnels almost overwhelm me. But I press on. I remind myself that there are few who venture down here, which means the chance of an interesting find are higher. It doesn't take long for my search to bear fruit. Oh, dagger. Okay, lock this. Okay, this is the wood handle thing that they mentioned. Sharper than it looks. This is the fire thing or whatever. Weaving edge. Yeah, red knight. Sorry, not fire. The Witherance was a terrible idea. It's only gone and made things worse. I wish Ellie was back. He'd know what to do. Some years ago now, a friend brought an item to me, a black casket, and I learned that it was a dark article. Yeah? What did you do with it? I should have brought it to Ellie right then and there, but I knew he would want to destroy it. Yeah, sure, that seems reasonable. I'm a collector of things. Seemed too important to allow it to be destroyed, but I see how naive that was now. The casket is far more dangerous than anything I've ever come across before. Now I fear they are looking for it with their black eyes. Either I need to keep them out of the museum or bring the casket here to Strange Antiquities and hide it in one of the secret places. What are these choices? What? Oh, God damn it. Okay, that seems like a reasonable item. And Lumina seems like probably a bad idea. Understood. So either you use Lumina to try to keep it at the museum and keep people away from the museum, or use the Dread if they want to bring it here. I mean, it makes sense to bring it here and then also use the Lumina here, right? he know how to use this item? Alright, we'll try to bring it here, I guess. Light of Corchin. Despite appearances, these Noctic items have no connection to the League of the Amphibian Heart. So it has snakes, I think that's what it means. And it's Noctic. They are objects of considerable power, and they can turn darkness to light, fear to joy. What's this thing then? What does the onyx do? Some who fear it, some are seduced by it. It could also be this, but it said it was Noctic, right? Turn darkness to light, fear to joy. I think as this said fear of darkness. Could it be this thing instead? I mean, it's probably this, right? Don't have a lot of items left. There's an uneasy quiet in the town today. There aren't many people out there and about. I'm heading straight home as soon as I'm done with my deliveries. I have recently come into possession of a number of texts on the subject of arcane artifacts. You are welcome to them if they are any use to you. If I don't hear from you, then I will donate them to the library across the street. Library across the street. Wordsworth Library, 26. Several scrolls look promising, but they are written in the Dradic script, and my understanding is too rudimentary to make use of them. If Verona's around, I'm sure she could translate them, but she isn't, and I can't. The effects of the Babelia make my head spin, and I close my eyes tight for a moment, and my mind catches up. The pages swirl and blur in front of me, letters and words floating in and out of focus. After a time, I find that I can read them, though it takes some effort, and I feel drained as I reach the end. Water's shadow. Alleged that the water shadow can be used to pass through solid matter, but the art has long faded from memory. The items themselves are often uninteresting, producing Only a faint thalamic field, perhaps as a result of going unused for so many years. Where's that item? The faint thalamic field. I don't know what I have that does that. Once thought these objects could be used to commune with the dead, but it is now widely believed that such a thing is not possible. It's not known where the strange voices that emanate from the blood beck originate, but there's some who believe that they are the voices of the nameless gods. Well, that's this thing, right? Water's shadow. This is kind of faint. Yeah, compare it to something else. Three horizontal lines. What do I have that's Wixit? Trying to remember. This should be Wixit. No. This one should be Wixit. Okay, yeah, it's this. I don't remember where I put it, but that seems fine. What's the name of the thing? Water's shadow? Okay, it's just these 4 items now. All that's happening in Undermere, I picked up the worst week possible to lose my Brigit charm. I hope that you have one that I can replace it with. Argil, a vessel of earth. Okay. It's pretty straightforward. Argil, sorry. I'm sorry, I did not intend to be away for so long. I trust the shop has not been too much trouble to look after in my absence. I've learned a lot from my time in Oxford. There is a powerful dark article here in Undermere called the Nalian Casket. And now you're telling me that my foolish half-wit of a brother has it in his museum this whole time. I know how to destroy it, but it's not going to be easy. Whatever happens, it must not be opened. I will need to create a pillar of Calaris. From what I gather, such a feat has not been attempted in over 500 years. I just hope there's enough time to prepare. I'm afraid I can't stay, but I'll be back as soon as I can. Well, based on the calendar, tomorrow is the last day, so you better be fast. Pillar of Calaris. Ah, well, that's more useful. I only have 3 items left. You just give me an, did I just get a thing? No, I don't think so. Pillar of Calaris is a powerful blast of energy that can consume the darkness. In my opinion, it is the safest way to destroy the powerful dark articles. It can only be produced at a place of significant thaumic convergence. Strength and weakness, light and darkness. Align the opposing powers at opposing compass points. With Korchen's light, the strong will be made weak, and the dark will be made light. And Korchen's light is this thing, right? No, that's a Dread Vivint. Korchen's light. What is Korchen's light? Korchen's might. Oh no, it's Korchen's light. Korchen is this person. Oh, Corvin. That's Corvin. Corvin. Okay. Is Korchen a word that I know besides Light of Korchen? Light of Korchen? Despite appearances, these Noctic items have no connection to... Okay, yeah. These objects of considerable power can turn dark to light, fear to joy. Okay, so that's what this thing is, right? Okay. Pillar of Calaris' powerful blast energy that can consume the darkness. In my opinion, it's the safest way to destroy the powerful articles. The setting we produce plays significant thaumic convergence. Strength and weakness, light and darkness. Align the opposing powers at opposing compass points. And then use this thing. I have a strength and weakness item. And I have a light item. I probably have a dark item somewhere. So these are probably like the 2 things I can bring to the circle to either destroy or open it. I have had my energy drained by some disturbing evil power. For days now, I have felt tired and frail, and then today I found something that horrified me. Beneath my bed, I discovered a carved wooden effigy with a strange symbol painted on it. Don't know who has done this to me, but all I want now is to lift the feeling of weakness now. Isn't that just the strength item? What's it called? Ford is something? Restore strength has been sapped by Hex. We'll try it. Wait, where is it? Yes, oh, here it is. I would like a bloodbeck. The nameless ones are restless. I'm ready to hear their voices. She's got one of the marks. Well, I don't have a choice. I have to give it. Commune with the dead, but now it's possible. Yeah, use to talk with the nameless gods. Look. Corchena. These are used to call the guile and wisdom of the goddess Corchin. She is a goddess of earth, creation, and rebirth. It is manifested by some of these, is maintained by some that these objects not of power, but they exude the imposing aura that's hard to explain. Okay. To like move more crap. Usig ring. Okay, so this woman. When you're originally offering to the goddess Corchin, but his practice fell out of favor. Hard to keep it crossed now. Occasionally sought to keep the ruin at bay. Yeah, serpent god. Used to call to the guile and wisdom of the goddess Corchin. She is the goddess of earth, creation, and rebirth. I mean, it could be this because it has a snake on it. Clay. I'm being watched. Might have it, might not. I have very few items left. I went to move the casket, but it's gone. Well, what do we do? I heard Ellie's back in town, but he hasn't come to see me. If he's not here, then I don't know where to find him. I'll probably take it to the circle to open it. Oh god, what do we do? Well, I have the means to sabotage this. It festered and pulsated until it could no longer be contained. Some part of it reached out from the darkness, creating eyes so that it might find itself, and hands so that it might open itself. The casket wanted to be open. Books. With a phi? I lie below books and scrolls on the esoteric and arcane. Lie below books. I mean, there's the library. Covenant of the Ephysian Heart. Never went there. books and scrolls. Do I recognize this phi symbol? So I also don't know if this is like a shape of a... Alright, let's do this. I don't know if this is also just like a shape of a building or something, but I guess we'll just go to the library. There's quiet haven, books, knowledge, the shelves, well-stocked, kelp places. This is not the correct place, by the way. The librarian summons to the desk, found something strange takes a place. It's very old. Should we find anything useful? That's not it. Maybe it's this? Nope. Oh, maybe that was it because it had a book. And they say lie below, so it might be like a grave or whatever. Library here. In the library, I'm drawn to a dark alcove to the right, bearing the title Esoterica and Arcana. I'm sure there's much to learn here, but sadly, a cursory glance is all I have time for today. Out of the reading, the desk and books on the ornithology alongside the bestiary of Old World, you can learn a lot about a person from the books they read. Okay, well that's gotta be what they're referring to, right? Below the scroll. Okay, so what's below this room? I mean, it's a bunch of rooms. How do I know what room? Like, there's a section in the library called this. Does this shape, like, line up with anything at all here? It's actually like confusing me a lot. I'm just like going to like every library, and like one library gave me information. Like, I don't know, all of these rooms here are like below the library. Is there some other hint? If I click on this again, can you tell me like where we're looking? Oh, here. I see. They have a picture. This spot. Okay. Understood now. So this spot, which would be this room. This is a very strange one. You gotta do a little hunting. As I open the door, I'm hit by a musty smell of damp. This room hasn't been entered for some time. The corner of the room is piled high with scrolls of parchment and old books, but underneath the debris, I find something of interest. Turquoise. Driftwood. Is this the ocean thing? Selenic. Turquoise. Water. Yeah, this must be the wicks or whatever the hell it's called. I don't know why I call that shin. This must be shin. I kind of a little shocked that I got this so late. Museum was ransacked last night. I went looking for my brother, but he's nowhere to be found. Bro, you two can't find each other? The good news is they didn't find what they were looking for. I moved the casket myself. Oh, and hid it in one of the Strange Antiquities vaults. Safe for now, but we can't leave it here for long. I have more to prepare, but I've left instructions on how to access the vault in the desk drawer. Have you? You have. That's wow. Candle that gives off no light. An anchor that has never touched the ocean. Finger, but not a flesh. Anchor that's never touched the ocean? I mean, I guess that's shadow anchor. This is witch's finger. And this is the whatever wax candle. I guess I'll go, I mean, it's here somewhere. I guess I'll go pull it out a bit later when we're ready. The lake has turned black. As omens say, that's probably quite a bad one. The mail won't deliver itself. This guy's like straight from like Majora's Mask. The post must be delivered. I found this note in an old writing desk up at Gleaston Castle. I expect it will mean more to you. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. Feels all too prescient as we hurtle towards winter and a terrible, unknowable fate. Autumn. Fear. Okay, that's fear. Fear and autumn. Rising in winter. Searched the room at the foot of the western tower quite thoroughly before finding a stash of papers. To my dismay, they are largely scrawlings of a madman, But amongst the nonsense, there's some valuable information. Whoa. Okay. Not expect to find more entries. Alright, what do we get? Manus. According to Whitlock, these are lighter than an evocant by half. Not exactly the most useful insight. These are carried by desert nomads who use them to conjure precious water from cool night air. Okay, well. Evocant. That's... Okay, so it weighs half a pound. Okay, so it's probably this thing. Or this thing. One of these two items. What was the other description? They're carried by desert nomads who use them to conjure water. No, I didn't think it was complete. I think I'm still missing artifacts. Turquoise is water, so it's probably this thing. I actually look what all these symbols are, but it's probably this thing, right? Manus. I got halfway through the game. I don't know about that one. I mean, unless I like play through again to get to like another ending. Storm Ward. These simple items supposedly grant a low-level protection against the elements. His author has personally become soaked to the bone in one too many downpours to trust these claims. Made of metal, bronze, or iron. I mean, it's made of bronze and a stone. There's also bronze and a stone. So this one feels like it's against elements because these are mostly weather symbols. Waiting for something dealing with the seasons. So this one's thunder. And then I guess this is fog. And then it's hail. Lightning. Rain. Storm. Snow. Wind. Yeah. It's like various it's got like all these symbols in it. Except for these ones. Things that yeah, so Storm Ward. Which means that very likely Corchena is this thing. Earth. Creation and rebirth. It's two ends. Okay, I think I've labeled everything now. Identified every item. The game's probably about to end. It is time. Now. Bring the casket to the pit. Okay, I need to open the door. Oh my god. So there's this one. I think this one. No. No, come back. Yeah. This one. I think there's a third one. Yeah. This one. So these are the 3 different secret spots. And I assume we just hit it back into one of these. I guess we'll just do them all. So we got Horn Shackle. We do want to retrieve this first before we go anywhere. Evikins. And the Moonstone. What's it called? Not that. Not this. This thing. Selenic Totem. Not here. That just sent things to like. I don't understand when you like when it like puts things back. It just they go to like wherever the fuck they want. Okay, so it's not that one. Okay, then we try something. Oh gosh. Gosh. Wait, what? This is Noctic? Wait, did I goof? Uh-oh. Hold on. I think I goofed. I thought this was Selenic. Maybe this is Light Corchin. Alright, we'll come back to that. Have anything out here that's Selenic? Empty. Yeah, see, things just like show where the fuck they want. And the last one is Resin Objects, lightest first, heaviest last. It's not here. Wait, am I dumb? Was there another one? It's not this. You gave me a new note. Oh yeah, I thought this is stuff I'm bringing. That's a good call. Like I just assumed you put it in an old place, but that makes sense. It is 3 things. Candle, finger, and anchor. I don't remember what that looks like. Why is this blue? Where these are all the same puzzle. There it is. Horrifying yet compelling. Black and wood. Okay. Today is Sunday. I guess let's just go. Going to the pit. The sun is low in the sky as we arrive at the pit, casting a warm light across the treetops and the open fields. A solitary raven cries out from the tree line, and I look to the skies, but they are empty. The pit itself is an ominous sight that the otherwise serene atmosphere can do nothing to diminish. It is a scorched black hole, perhaps 5 meters in diameter, that has an unnatural look to it. This is the site of thaumic convergence. It is no simple thing to destroy an object of this kind. We need to set up the opposing powers at opposing compass points, strength and weakness, light and darkness. And finally, we need the light of fortune to bind them. Oh yeah, I kind of made an undo on the light of fortune thing, didn't I? Because I got confused. Is light of fortune and Fortuna? God's birth, creation, or birth. With no power but as an imposing aura. Light of fortune. These Noctic items have no connection to this was it. The fact that it was Noctic. This is not Noctic. This is Noctic. Okay. And this is a Noctic stone. Yeah, okay. Light of fortune. I kind of confused myself there because of what was remaining, but no, I'm still pretty confident this is correct. All right. Strength and weakness. Light and darkness at opposing points. Okay, it doesn't say which is where. I assume it doesn't matter. Weakness. I'll do weakness west. Strength. And then light. What's darkness though? That I'm not sure. I'm sure I have it. look at the book, I guess. Unlikely. Neither of those seem correct. Darkness. Okay. A light corchin. Pits. Thunderbird Coke. This is probably it. Single stone set in bronze. Good items. Okay. I don't remember what that looks like though. I remember what this looks like. Ellie inspects my work. His face shows little emotion, but he seems satisfied. By now, the sun has finished setting, and only a hint of red afterglow, remains in the darkening sky. The raven croaks his mournful cry once again, but this time there is a reply, and then another. I look up and see several dark shapes circling above. Quickly now, they're here. I spin around and follow Ellie's gaze, and my pulse quickens as I look across the field. A large group of shadowy figures is walking steadily towards us. We can't see their faces at this distance in the low light, but I'd be willing to bet that every one of them has pools of midnight for their eyes. In the sky above, the ravens continue to grow in number, and their caws and cries get louder and louder. I look down at the black object in my hands. Such a small thing, yet its seductive power is impossible to ignore. It wants to be open. Suddenly, it feels inevitable. The casket, now! But I'm not sure I want to give it to him. Wait, the Wixit cord? What does that even do? Causes freezing effect in the body. So I can like freeze him, I guess. I mean, the intoxicating power rushes over me, but I hold strong against it. I hand over the casket, and together we begin activating the items arranged around the pit. Working as fast as we can, it still takes longer than we'd like. When I look up again, the thaumaturge has fear in his eyes. We're too late. The mob is upon us. One of them grabs Ellie and tries to wrestle the casket from his hands. I rush across to help him, but it's no use. They are all around us. The man tears the casket free, and it clatters to the floor, skittering towards the edge of the pit before becoming to the rest at the precipice. The gray-haired woman stoops to pick it up, and I am surprised I recognize her. It's Verona Green, the occult scholar. The mob cheers, but Verona turns towards me, and I'm no longer afraid. Her eyes are rimmed with darkness, but they are not black. Back from the dead, she winks at me and throws the casket into the pit. The same moment, Ellie activates the light of Corchin. Time stands still, and then there's a rush and a roar as the swirling vortex of blue-green light races up out of the pit. The casket sent soaring in the night sky where it seems to hang for a moment, turning slowly in the air until with a shrieking, splintering crash, it shatters into 1,000 pieces, and then there is nothing but smoke and the smell of ozone, and all is quiet. Yay, only one person died. It's been a few weeks since the casket was destroyed, but I am still riding high on the elation and relief from that night. Everything seems to come together right when it needed to, and somehow we avoided a terrible catastrophe. Those who were under the casket spell were released almost immediately. They remember nothing from their ordeal, but there seems to be no lingering ill effects from Dr. Robertson. And Dr. Robertson says they will all make a full recovery. It's rare for Ellie to express much emotion, but even he congratulated me on my strength and resolve in the face of such darkness. He too felt the allure of the dark casket, and he was worried that it would overwhelm me. He told me with a hint of pride that I would make a fine thaumaturg. Yeah, this guy is dead. Her abilities, a thaumaturg, she found strength to resist the casket, ability to gain joy in life, went through the door, never seen again. Escaped the casket, weathered the storm. Patients seem to have returned. Yep, she went saying that's my fault. That's fine. Murdered her. Bloodthirsty follows when the casket was not opened. Ha! Made a full recovery. He's ashamed to be part he played. Ready for new challenge. Rescued. Okay, she just dies because this is a little bizarre. I mean, I guess it went because like everyone got like, you know, woken up and like kind of forgot everything, but cool. Poor Barton. This guy, I gave him the way to open a door that I guess he shouldn't have opened. But I wonder what the alternate ending would have been, right? If I gave him the way to translate the text, he might have gone evil. So maybe he would have been fine. I do want to like finish like the final like gauntlet of identifying the remaining items since I can and I have them. In the last game they had a thing where there was like an extra like little exploration thing to get the final like items or whatever, but I already have everything, so I don't really know what's even left. But yeah, game was fun. I enjoyed it. This was much harder than the first game. For sure. There was a lot more items. There was a lot more like ways to identify items, and like the last one was basically just like what they looked like. I think both games had like some issues of some ambiguous. I think the second game, by its nature, had more issues of ambiguous things. But it wasn't that common. I got pretty frustrated at like a specific spot yesterday. There's like some small things like here and there today and yesterday, but like there's one specific part which was everything involving the what was it, what's it called, the jug or whatever. You had to like, the fact that they had a thing about the moonstone was not a moonstone, it was the moon heart. That annoyed me a lot. I just wasn't a fan of that one. And then the following for that one was the whatchamacallit, figuring out which jug was the correct jug, because there's like maybe 3 jugs. In fact, honestly, everything involved in the jugs is bad. I don't like any of them. Like, gave you 3 jugs, and one of them was like, this jug is like stronger than the other jugs. And I'm like, well, how do I know I have every possible jug? But that's fine. That one's okay. But then it was like, the first one's like, I don't know. I was like doing the ones that were like based off of like the element being described, and that was not it. You did it with like the effect of the stones, not like the element that it was emitting, which is like, I don't know. There's basically just different pieces of evidence that like conflict, and that was a little frustrating. My guess is that it's possible that I was supposed to find those jugs earlier than I did, which is definitely possible. And that I like unlocked new ways to get information that I like probably wasn't. I mean, I was intended to have, but like, if I'd found the things earlier, then maybe I would have had like with the, because the extra ways of detecting information were what were conflicting, and if I didn't have that, then I wouldn't have been confused. Maybe unsure, but yeah. Either way, game was fun. Story felt like it had much like higher stakes. So father's suffering from Morgan's insanity. His doctor's given up on him, but but Dr. Robertson told me there might be a way to save him. She said it might be possible to stop the infection from spreading by cutting the poisonous thoughts from his mind, but she said it was beyond her skill. Okay. I forgot what this item was. Morgan's insanity. They're still playing the ominous music. Not Morgan's Folly, is it? No. Forgot which of these items are supposed to solve that problem. I don't have that many items. What? I don't remember what. I don't know what this item is. Stopped infection by cutting the poisonous thoughts from his mind. So there's like two things that come to mind. One of them is to use the hook. I mean, I guess I'll just use the hook. I was hoping to use these items up. But maybe there's more. Okay. It's an old hermit living out past Westwater who barely comes into town. Brings me lists now and then for odd things. This time you want something that would pull water from thin air. No idea doesn't matter. Ask something I like to ask around. water in there. That's the Manus, right? Making sure. My lungs are shot. My doctors told me to settle my affairs. Not ready to give up, not yet. Heard a local story about a witch of Undermere and her healing abilities. So they say it's dangerous, painful sometimes, but it works. We're just using every item. We're like gonna go through like every item in my store. My farm is diseased, my crops won't hold, even the animals are uneasy. One man says the earth's angry. Says I should call upon Torkin for wisdom and blessings. Can you help? Land's all I got. Give me this, right? Oops, didn't mean to do that. I mean, this is not going to help them, but you're welcome. I collect rare artifacts, especially those which I say questionable uses. The weaving edge has always fascinated me. I don't plan on using it, heavens no. Blood magic, all traditions, I simply must have it. Tired of super handles made of oak. I read the tales of Claris from cover to cover. I was surprised to learn that some of the powers he could wield. Do you know that he could walk through walls? He's water's shadow, but I've lost the knowledge of how they work over the years. Oh. Yeah. Don't expect I'll get very far with this, but I like to study one all the same. Who knows, perhaps I'll succeed where others have failed. I've been studying old text references to hidden things hidden beneath the surface of our world. They mention the use of a spirit eye to see beyond the black veil. Like something I'd like to experience for myself. My grandmother followed the old ways. She kept a Dradic altar in the cellar. She believed asking for nature's blessing before a harvest. I found a note about a ritual meant to bring abundance, but it needs an argil. Seems the only place to find one. I've worked the riverbed searching for stones, amethyst, jade, maybe vivinite if I'm lucky. It's hard to spot them in the muck, but I heard about those remnants that you can feel the glimmer through the dirt. Worth a shot. Remnants that you can feel the glimmer through the dirt. They're talking about the synesthesia thing. I don't remember what it's called. Colors and tones, light and shadow can be felt through touch. It might be this. I don't know. I don't know what a remnant is. I mean, I can try it. It seems a bit odd, but okay. I think we're using all items that had alternate uses, even if I used them. I think that's going on here. Hit a snag and I've had to shut down the quarry. Our dynamite supplier has had a little accident. I'll spare you the details. I wonder if there's anything among your fine collection that could get us up and running again in short term. I'm losing money by the minute. You need dynamite? The hell? I guess you're probably looking for what's it called? Trying to remember what the name of the item is. Thing that breaks stone open. Pit. That's what I'm looking for. Where are you? Oh, they're down here. Oh. That's not ideal. My thesis is on the psychology of fear, but books can only take me so far. I need to feel it properly. I'm sure you have something. Probably the Zaya. That does just curse you forever, so have fun. We play Kid Icarus. And you and only. Everyone wants me to play Kid Icarus. We're looking into Corvin, the Bloody Queen, for a book, the historical figures that I am writing. I'm finding it surprisingly difficult to verify much of her story. I'm hoping to take a look at one of those bloodstone artifacts that were created in her name. Corvin Bloodstone? This. It's gonna delete the word resonant. It did. That's fine. I'm not trying to hurt anyone. Just shift their thinking a little. Sometimes all it takes is a suggestion in the right state of mind. Anything suitable? Probably this. Sons are out of control. Jail doesn't teach them anything. A year behind bars and they come back worse. I want to feel the wrong they've done. Real penance, so they might change their ways. Oh, to find pit. Sorry, I did not get that until you said that. This is the thing that makes people feel guilty. I don't remember what that item was. And this is a pretty early game item. Binding seed? Yeah, binding seed. There's a lawman snooping around the blacksmith's guild. Can't have him poking into parts of business they're not supposed to, if you catch my drift. I need a way to keep him out. Lumina? Is that what I want? No. Maybe it is Lumina. Can't bear the pain any longer. I'd rather have no memory of her than suffer like this. Don't try to talk me out of it. I've already made up my mind. I never got the option to use this. No, I did. I did get the option to use this. I could have used this, and if I used this on the cultist, I probably would have died and got a bad ending. Basically, used the correct thing on her that made her like shake off the curse. My brother captains a small fishing vessel in Havrig. There was a big storm last month, and 2 boats never came home. Remember what the old sailors used to carry. Charms, tokens, things that keep the sea calm, or at least keep you afloat. I want to give him something like that, just in case. Oh, can't speak. Fix him out tongue so speech is impossible. The funny one. I don't remember ever getting an option to use this. I think this one just... Finally, I thought I'd be silent forever. And studying the eye and trying to give a voice to the markings of the stone. Next thing I knew, I couldn't speak. In a dreadful few weeks. I don't know what to make of that. Rain again. Look at the bone, and I'm halfway through my rounds. Fed up with it. Got a few bob to spare if you know a way to keep me dry. Well, it doesn't work, but you can have it. Oh, I guess this was identified at some point. Alright, with that I'm done. Time for well-earned rest. So give right last scratch from the ears. Okay. Oh, where's the back tile screen? Okay, we're done. Yay. That was actually a lot shorter than I expected. I thought it would be another like 4 to 6 hour stream. It's only like 3 hours. I'm gonna yeah, that was fun. I think this ended up being a pretty similar length as the first game, even though it ended up being like more complex. And I feel like it probably just maybe my process got through it a little faster. But yeah, very fun. Highly recommend both games. I mean, they're good in different ways. If I had to choose, I think Antiquities is probably the better game. But yeah, they're fun. Not really much more I think I need to say on it. Could always play Zelda 2. I'm never gonna take a break and just get some dinner. Pretty hungry. Haven't really eaten since this morning, so I may come back. We'll see how I'm feeling. I may come back later tonight if Angel wants to play Unite, but he might be interested in Juncoin, in which case he'll probably just want to be offline for that. So we'll see what he's interested in and whether or not I will come back. But if I come back, it's gonna be like Unite or something. I'm not gonna do it, commit into a new game anything right now. All right, but thank you for watching. It was fun. Until next time.